I'm one of the strongest men to ever walk the earth.
I love Caesar salad.
Robert's got a lot to say, so he's going to tell us all about it. We're starting the podcast now. It's Husky Boys. Today's guest is Eddie Hall. Robert, tell us all about everything.
Boys. That's my boys dance. And by the way, just really quickly, when I say, did I tell you the story about boys?
Tell us a story about boys.
I was in junior college, and
Sure,
yeah, well, that's
where everybody experiments.
Experiment, brother. Come on. When else do you test the waters? Junior college. And a guy who I'd grown up around, he used to live with my cousins. He was a very good football player. He was the running back for the team. And we were playing, I don't know who. Crazy game, packed stadium, lights on, gnarly. It was awesome. And he took the handoff and he got cracked. Just boogers coming out his nose. He was messed up. And he stands up and he's doing this thing, right? And yeah, he's gone. He's in another realm right now.
Right.
And he's doing that, and the coach pulls him off the sideline. This is old school. They send him back out literally
Of course they did. Yeah.
Next play. Boogers all over him still. And he comes out to the huddle and he's doing this thing, and then he gets really excited, and he's really eye contact the whole 20 seconds in the huddle, really big. And then we break. It's a run to him. Coaches, man. And so he gets the ball, gets cracked again. I'm shortening it a little, but if you've heard the story, you've heard a few more extra things. Gets cracked again, and then he pops up, and then he turns towards this giant audience, and he just raises his hand. He goes, boys, starts trying to start a chant. And everyone, the place goes dead quiet. And everyone just you could hear a pin drop on the field. It was crazy. And everyone just looked at him, and then he just looked around, and he put the ball down on the ground and ran off the field.
No way.
Yeah, man.
And then they said, "It's not your knee. Get back in there."
Yeah, you're fine. Man, no, it was a crazy thing. Back in the day when football was like that, though. I remember
all sports were like that back in the day.
Yeah.
They're just if it was your brain, you just shook it off.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. And in hockey too, every sport they're trying to tighten up on that stuff, which is nice. It's that's why I keep my son out of tackle football right now. Because it's too much head-to-head shots,
Yeah, and I know, kids back in football back in the day was kids that age just ramming their unformed brains into each other, and then the people are wondering why they're weird.
Yeah. So one of my buddies is a chiropractor for the UFC, and he put this post up of kids. Do you know what the Oklahoma drills is?
Yeah.
So he put on a video of these 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds maybe, doing Oklahoma drills from 10 yards away. Whack. And I just put on there, I hate this. And that's the only thing I said. Nothing, no explanation, no nothing. I got so many, you're a pussy, you don't understand. They're all these people.
It's mostly people that didn't play anywhere above that.
Yeah.
That say that kind of thing, right?
It's 40% those people, 60% bots. I didn't see one normal human. If I would have seen a guy with a picture with his kids and then a normal page with him and a bunch of regular pictures and being a family man, and he had said that, I would have said something to him. But there was none of that. It's either someone trying to mess with you or a bot. And but I freaking hate that stuff, man. When I see that, it gets me really fired up. I hate because those kids too, they trust their coaches. They look at you you know what it's like to be a kid and have a coach that's
you want that. You want that. You want that admiration. So yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
And so do you see those people do that, and it's it's like taking advantage of that child. That's what it is. And those kids, they'll go out there and die for it.
And weirdly enough, it goes back to the coaches not knowing any better either, right?
Yeah.
It just kind of raised, and that's why the kids' sports have all those programs where to teach coaches to be better coaches and stuff like that. Some coaches go rogue and don't believe in that, yeah, kids sports is, I think they should be paid. They should be paid way more than dealing with adults once they get into like a upper echelon. I'm like, well, if you're in the NFL and you don't know the plays and you don't know where to hustle, I don't think a coach is going to help you at all. I
No.
think it's really mostly management at that time, and I don't
Yeah.
know, but the kids learning, teaching kids how to do everything. I think that's everything, though, right? So,
Yeah.
hey, so you said
Especially
you went,
that age too. Like
yeah,
those kids, management, and get them to have fun, get them to keep coming back.
should be all about loving the game.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why, because most of those kids, I would say 99.9 of those percent of those kids are not playing professional sports. So you
Exactly.
need a fan base,
Yeah. And not just
right?
that too. You got to realize that like this
Boys,
sport
boys,
is
boys.
this sport is more than just about trying to be pro. It's
Yeah,
awesome for the kids that want it. It's even good for those kids that really want it and don't get it too, I believe. For me, that was
yeah.
my boat. And so like those things are cool, but the coaches, the refs, the people involved have to realize these kids are learning life too. Like this is
Yeah,
a small chessboard with a big stage for them, and it's
teaches a lot.
meritocracy, it's results, it's give and
Yeah,
take. You learn everything.
absolutely. Dealing with team sports, dealing with other people.
Yeah,
It makes
dealing with other
make
people. You like
makes you a
them,
better human throughout the day. Yeah, yeah. So
yeah.
anyway,
And
so you said you went before we bring Eddie in. You said you went hunting yesterday,
oh my gosh, yes, so I'm wearing this. I went, bro.
bro.
I did a literal 96.8 miles of back roads yesterday. About
No
nine
way.
and a half hours through the mountains, through the woods, almost got stuck a little bit. Like good.
Nice.
Luckily, I've got a nice truck because I was on a steep incline and it just looked below me. It looked like it got nasty. And I was like, "Are you sure this road?" And he goes, "Oh, well, actually, I don't know." And oh man. And so like I
Actually,
was like,
it isn't a road.
yeah, it said on the thing, closed road on the little map we downloaded. And I was like, no. So really steep. And I'm like, look, man, you go down there and see if there's a spot to turn around. I'm going to try and see if I can back up this thing. As soon as I started to go reverse, I started sliding off the side of the mountain. So like it's
No.
snow, the back edge of my truck just gone, one tire off the edge immediately. Oh, it's such a sick feeling.
But you're alive. I had one of those feelings this morning, and it was just in a parking lot. So I was parking in. I was backing into a parking spot, but it was on a incline, right? And there was a car beside me, and I got, I parked, and then all of a sudden, I was going backwards.
Yeah.
My foot's on the brake. I'm going backwards. I hit into the park. I'm still going backwards. It's the car beside me pulling out.
Oh yeah,
And I
I
was
do
just
that
like,
all the time. Where you're like, oh, and then you realize they're moving. I'm
yeah,
still.
the panic was like, what the fuck's wrong with this car? It's fucking stupid. I'm gonna fucking
Shoving the brake.
I'm like, my blood pressure shouldn't be this high up over somebody beside me moving.
Yeah, man.
So did you guys shoot anything?
No,
So
unfortunately,
basically, you went for a drive in the wood.
a long drive. We only thing we saw was turkeys too. What sucked was, so my buddy was hooking me up, and he's a woodsman, an actual like what everyone thinks I am on the internet. That guy really is, and
Right.
he stays in the woods. And so I think part of it was he just wanted to whip around and make a day of it, because like he knew when I talked to him the day before, he was like, okay, well, between 6:34 and 7:02 p.m. they come down to the mill every night. So he knows their schedule. And I was like, okay, I'll be there at 5, right? I'll be there at 5 p.m. He goes, no. Let's make a day of it. Let's go into the woods and get you a big one, And it's my son's first time. My son's
you saw one thing?
he was with us, and it was awesome. we had to do a safety course, like a 3-hour online thing about,
Yeah.
don't point the gun at stuff,
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
but he had a blast. And that, by the way, that test, I think, why is that for hunting, but not for buying something? Just to give you a little nod. But I agree with that. So we're driving around all this time, not a single thing. We get down to the end of it, and like it's like 5 p.m. and he's like, well, if you guys want, we can go wait by the mill. They'll be there in an hour and 34 minutes. And I was like, oh my gosh, why have we been here this whole time?
Yeah. Why would you? Because you want to go for a ride with you guys. Did you guys shoot something then or no?
No, we didn't stay because we had to go to Costco. We were like an hour.
No, stop everything right there. We
Yeah.
couldn't stay because we had to go to.
I get myself some pumpkin
we had to go
pie.
Costco.
I had to get
we
pumpkin
couldn't
pie.
finish hunting. We had to go get stuff that was already done.
Yeah. They got the meat at the Costco.
We're out. We're in the middle of the woods. We're not going to get crab legs there, my friend.
They don't serve pumpkin pie. No, it was cool. We're gonna go back up and do like an evening pop in. The nice thing is for Atlas, because it's a youth tag, he gets to shoot them freaking anywhere. He could be like downtown and pop one, be like, not in trouble, he's fine.
Not in trouble. I'm shooting.
It's so many. If you've ever gone, you have to have an app normally called Onyx, and like it's like literally 3 steps past the line, and you're like, you could never hunt in this state again. Like they'll take your license. They are really strict on here, which is good. I like you have to be managed. You can't just let people wild. And here they're really.
We know what happens. We know what happens to animals when we're not managed. We know there's a lot of things that you don't get to hunt anymore because they're now gone. So
exactly. To go find us a bison.
Let's get to our guest. You want to tell everybody about our guest today?
Our guest, I was 99% sure our guest wasn't going to come in today because leading up to the arm wrestling match, I had set up a podcast with Eddie and then I just totally blanked it. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't know what I'm going to tell Eddie, okay? So I might lie to Eddie when he gets on here. But in the moment, I just kind of forgot it. And then right before I remembered the pod, I was like, you know what? It's actually kind of gamesmanship to fuck with him a little and not go on the podcast, Well,
the funny part is you almost forgot today as well.
Why you gotta rat me out? I woke up to you guys texting, sorry we're late, and I was like, oh shit. Do I even look like I put water on my face?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's good. Let's go to our guest.
Coming to us from the UK, the beast, the man himself, the first man to pull 500 kilos, my friend, don't tell nobody, my buddy Eddie. Thank you for being here, Ed.
Thanks, Obie. Nice to be here as well, mate. That was a nice intro, man. Thank you.
I told the guys, I was like, I'm 80-90% sure Ed's gonna flake because of what I did during the arm wrestling prep. When I missed my podcast.
Yeah. No, mate.
So sure you were gonna do that just to be like, ha, ha, ha.
I should have. Yeah, I should have.
He didn't though, Robert, because he's a nice guy.
That's nice. He's an English gentleman.
Right? Unlike you, Obie.
My bad. I was so stressed out leading up to that thing, man. I was like, I had no clue when we went on the stage on whether I was going to crush you or you were going to snap my arm. I had no clue. I was like, we're all going to find out together.
That's the beauty of arm wrestling, isn't it? It really is an unknown.
Yeah, especially when you first get going. It's like, it's intense, man. And that show, it was so awesome. And like, the banter, the crowd, I finally got some clips back and the crowd's chanting USA and I'm stomping. And then you win the next one and you turn to the crowd and you're like, USA, USA. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's so badass.
Is this the first time you guys have talked since you guys arm wrestled?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
Nice.
We spoke a little bit. He put me in a dress, walked me around a bit. Yeah. There's some good footage of that.
Nice.
That was right afterwards, though. Right? He didn't do it a couple days later because that would just have been weird.
Yeah. than just our normal Tuesdays.
We kind of agreed to do it at a restaurant, but we were both flying out the next day, and it was like what 11 p.m. at night when the arm wrestling was finished.
Yeah.
So I was like, Obie, get this dress on and walk around the arena, and we're done.
Do a lap.
Yeah,
do a lap, princess.
At least he brought one that kind of fit too. Like I was pleasantly surprised that it actually covered my naughty bits. You know.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I love that you were pleasantly surprised by a dress. What are you up to right now, Eddie? What's on the go for you?
Oh, I'm currently training for a big fight. I'm trying to get a fight with that Dylan Danis. Don't know if you've seen.
You're supposed to be losing weight, right? Like, what's the deal with that?
So I've got to, if it all goes ahead, I've got to get to under 300 pounds. So at the minute, I'm like 365.
What's the timeline? Like end of the year?
Well, I've asked for 12 weeks notice. Give me 12 weeks, and I've got to lose 65 pounds. So that's what I'm sort of going for at the minute, and then a little bit of arm wrestling, and just got a few acting roles and stuff all coming up.
Awesome.
A few
Hey,
Can I ask you about
what are you doing? What are you doing to shock yourself into dropping the weight? Are you just no carb in it?
I mean, I pretty much no carb it anyway, so it'd just be a massive reduction. So at the minute, I'm all like ribeye steaks, chicken wings. I only eat meat, duck eggs, that kind of thing. So I'd probably swap out the ribeye steaks for like fillets and get rid of the chicken wings. So just like massively reduce the fats.
You're that fat and you don't eat no carbs. Come on, bro. Look at
I swear
face,
to God,
brother.
I
Look
don't
at
eat
your
any
face.
carbs.
You got a carb face.
Yeah, but you've got to think what my face used to be.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? This is anorexic compared to that.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
2017. Yeah.
So Eddie,
100%.
you lose 65 pounds for the fight. Do you put that back on within a couple months, or do you try to stay at that weight? What do you do?
Yeah, probably honestly it'd take less than a month probably to put that weight back on.
So you'll want to put it back on for just
I would imagine so, yeah. I mean, I've got like my long-term plan is to have this fight, maybe one or two more, but I want that fuck you money, basically. That's what I'm working towards. Those big fights, the big money. Once I've had that the fuck you money, I'm actually getting a surgery. There's a surgery that completely cures sleep apnea in Switzerland, and it's like they break your jaw top and bottom and bring your whole jaw top and bottom forward 2 inches, and it opens your airways up and it cures sleep apnea. But once you've had that done, your jaw's weak, so I couldn't do professional fighting.
I was going
anymore,
to say you don't want to do any fighting after that. But also, if you fight the right person, you could probably have that surgery done for cheaper.
Yeah, yeah. Francis Ngannou would break it for me, I'm sure.
So you're prepping for the fight, you're losing weight, you're getting prepared for that, you're doing a little bit of acting and arm wrestling and all that stuff. What's your daily routine? Are you going to the gym daily, or are you hitting like an MMA gym? Like what are you at?
Yeah, so I'm cruising at the minute. So I do fight training twice a week when I'm cruising, just to keep my toe in the pool, so to say. And then I'm doing my weight training. So I bulk up, put all my muscle on, and until that contract is signed and if that 12-week starts, I'm still eating as I usually am. I'll still maintain 360, 370 pounds thereabouts.
You think he's going to sign it?
I think he will. I think
really?
Again, yeah. I mean, everyone's got a price, hasn't they? You know,
right.
And if he gets the fuck you money as well, like,
yeah.
But I'm sure you ain't bothered about getting a broken nose and a broken jaw, same as me. It's go in there and take a risk, innit?
Is there anyone else you're kind of putting your sights on too? Not, I mean, I don't want to be like insulting Dylan Danis, but like he does have a long history of being signed up for fights, not having those fights. So are you also thinking about other stuff, or are you just Dylan's the guy?
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about other fights as well. There's a 2v1 for a federation in Poland. So I'm going to fight two guys at once, and I think they weigh just shy of 200 pounds each, and they've both had about 30 professional fights. So you know, they're no slacks. So yeah, that's probably it's a way more risky fight.
Yeah,
but
a big step up from your last one too. Big step up.
Big step up. So the guys, those two guys I fought last time were 165 pounds. So it'd be another 35-pound jump each, and they're a lot more experienced. So
Yeah.
a lot more
Good
dangerous.
for
Yeah.
you. Good
Yeah.
for you for just taking it the streets and putting it into a ring.
Well,
That's
they
it.
won't allow him to fight people in England anymore, so he's got to go do it in the ring.
Yeah,
That's funny.
it.
Ian, did
what-
you see the video of this guy chasing people down his street? Did you see that?
I saw the video of it, and I was just like, I'm so glad we do this podcast via Zoom, because I just didn't want to be chased around. So
Just don't come knocking on my house, man.
You got a little dungeon going there. It is pretty cool. Look, is that like your video game room?
This is literally, so I had my attic converted, and one of the rooms in my attic has literally just got it's like a professional gaming setup. So have you seen those scorpion chairs? So it's like
Yeah.
the tail is hanging in front, and all the screens
Mhm.
all the screens are in front. It's got like legs coming out the sides and stuff.
That's
So
sick. So that
it's
we're
pretty
on
cool.
the tail over it, flipped over.
Yeah,
That's
so I've got three.
badass.
So I've got three screens in front of me here.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It seems like you're pretty close to fuck you money.
I do okay, but the fuck you money is where you can like buy a 300 million pound yacht, and that's the fuck
Yeah.
you money I want.
Well, fuck you money's expensive in England too. It's a little
It is
yeah. More expensive.
It is.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Fuck
Yeah,
yous get you in trouble.
Meanwhile, Robert's living in Boise, Idaho, where everything's $7.
I'm hiding in the bushes, whispering, "Fuck you."
Yeah, he's got a $10 bill and he's got fuck you.
Yeah. I got the "please leave me alone" type of money.
So how does it all start for you? How does this like, tell us your story about how this happened?
Which bit?
Everything. Like
Everything.
Everything. Like, just start at the beginning. You're a young kid in school, and then this happens.
So I was I was the youngest of three brothers from a place called Stoke-on-Trent, just below Manchester in the UK.
Mistake. Sorry, something in my throat.
What did you say?
Mistake.
Oh yeah. Oh, we'll come to that. We'll come to that. Yeah, so I ended up being very competitive because of two older brothers. I did competitive swimming with my brothers. Because I was competing against them, I got so competitive that I had to beat them in training, which actually made me better than my brothers, but then in turn made me the best swimmer in the country for my age. So I ended up being a national champion swimmer for 3 years in a row.
Nice.
Getting British records on the junior
was
Olympic
jacked
swimming
too,
team.
like
Yeah.
diced. He looked like a fucking giant Michael Phelps.
Basically, yeah. So I was on the junior Olympic swimming team when I was 13, and then I found drinking drugs and just went at it hard. A self-admitted alcoholic. So I would say pretty much every night I go and buy a crate of beers or a bottle of vodka or bottles of wine and just get fucked up. That accumulated to a load of trouble with the police, with getting locked up quite a lot. I probably spent, I'd say, every other weekend in a prison cell. Got expelled from school. I managed to get a girl pregnant around about the same time as well. And then it wasn't Obie. And then
It was for the video audience only.
all right. And then my nan got diagnosed with cancer. So I like my world just imploded. Like I just went down this like dark.
How old are you at that point?
13. So
That's a lot, man.
Yeah, a lot happened all at once, and it got tough. It got real rough. I was diagnosed with depression, clinically diagnosed with depression by a doctor. I was prescribed Prozacs and had to see a therapist once a week, and I did that for 2 years. During that 2 year period, I had a very hard sort of like wouldn't leave the house, wouldn't leave my room, just like really dark, deep, horrible days. Did try to kill myself a couple of times. And then it was my mum who suggested I join the gym. And I started to go to the gym. And within a few weeks, I started to get a little bit of self-worth back in myself, a little bit of the euphoria. Every time I went to the gym, I'd walk out and feel better. And that then
Right.
became my obsession. I replaced the swimming with the lifting weights. And that obviously escalated into what was meant to be bodybuilding, escalated into strongman. And I started my first strongman contest when I was 19. I came fifth on my very first contest, and I wrote, and it's on my Facebook page if you look back. I wrote on my Facebook page when I was 19 that I'm going to win the world's strongest man one day. Watch this space. And I went on this massive escapade and just training my dick off for 10 years and hit my target.
Nice.
A lot of people too might not know you had like a strong build at the beginning of strongman. You were popped up, big name, big face, and then you had a fallout. Like, I don't remember if it was you got hurt or you took a step back for like a year or what had happened. I just remember you stepping back and then coming back. And when you came back, in my head, I was like, okay, he'll be 70% of what he was before. And then you came back at like 120% and then kept climbing for another year, 2 years. What was going on in that time?
So I guess, yeah, I had a quick rise through the ranks, so to say, in the UK. You know, I won England's strongest man, UK strongest man, hit world's strongest man at 24. And I guess it was a sort of gentle, you know, rise up the ranks, you know, just slowly like getting in the mix at world's strongest man. I'd say by age, I think 26, I was in the top 10 in the world. My third world's strongest man, I made the top 10. I think that was like 2014. And then Obie's right, you know, I had a bit of a backward spiral, a few injuries. But during that period, I actually I had 6 months off work, like sick pay, and I decided to never go back to work. I decided to quit my job
You were
and
fixing
just
trucks, right?
yeah, I was a mechanic, and I handed my notice in, and I went full time strongman, and my performance just went through the roof. Like Obie said, I went from, you know, deadlifting 420 kilo within a year to then deadlifting 460 with, you know, and then within 2 years I was deadlifting 500 kilo. So going full time completely transformed me from a rookie, so to say, an amateur, into the pro. That's why I call it the pro. You know, top 10 in
Mhm.
the world, but hanging with the top three, which is
Yeah.
the important place to be.
Yeah.
I have a question for both of you. Is that probably the prime, that age that you were at, that you won all those events? Like you said, I think you said 26, about 26 years old. Is that basically the prime for a strongman, or is it younger or older normally?
I would say a prime, like the human body, strength wise, probably peaks around 33, in my opinion. But we
Hmm.
are getting a lot of younger winners just of late, you know, around 25, 26, 27. That seems to be the sort of magic number. And I wouldn't say, and I hope no one bites my head off for this, I wouldn't say necessarily that they are the strongest people on the planet at that present time, but the world's strongest man events suit the more athletic, the more mobile, the more the you know the people able to recover quicker. It suits the
Right.
younger generation a little bit better. But in terms of strength, you know, you look at people like Brian and Thor and Sadrunas, they didn't hit their peak until like 30, 35.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
Me,
That's nice.
I didn't get started in strongman until I was 30 almost. I felt like I was trying to play catch up because I didn't know what it was. I was a football player, and it takes a minute, you know, like just to get used to even the light things we do are so taxing. Like
Yeah.
just a light set of stones, man. Like I remember the first time doing a 400-pound stone, I was like, what the fuck do we do this for? So it takes a minute. Like Eddie jumped in and it took him a couple years before he was solidified. And like you can see guys too, once they start kind of their body adjusts, they walk a little wider, they move a little slower, but they're way more solid, like their back and stuff. Because I guess a big portion of it is how much can your back like hold still. You know?
Did they pull you out of? Were you aiming for acting, or was it out of strongman that you were able to start getting acting?
So once I won the World's Strongest Man, I knew that strongman wasn't going to pay the bills. So I took a step back and just dived into all these different avenues with different agents and and people that I knew in the industry. Landed my own TV show. I did The Strongest Man in History. I've done a few cameos in films. I did acting lessons for 3 years off my own back,
Nice.
and that's just starting to pay off. You know, it's just getting me in with the right people, the right circle of directors, producers, and I've got some big movies coming out, and I've got some big movies coming up as well with some very good roles. With
Nice.
some
Are
very good
you fully committed to acting? Like, are you willing to be fully like, will you play a handicapped person? Will you play a homosexual? Will you play like, will you do anything? Are you fully committed?
No, so there is limits to it. So I couldn't play a homo. No chance. It's just not something that my image would take. I'm fairly sure.
You think your image? You think your image will get hurt if that?
I think it hurt. I always think people that play gay actors, I can't look at them the same way. Like once they've
Heath
done
Ledger?
that gay role,
Heath Ledger?
I don't know, man. Yeah, but there's levels to it. Isn't
Right.
there?
Yes, there is love.
There's
I'll give you
levels
that.
to it.
I'll give you that.
So
I'm just trying to figure out what movies. I'm trying to figure
So
out.
let's say
I'm just trying to see if I can get Ed in a movie to make out with me. That's really where I'm going with this.
if
Just-
it was a
just-
big
just-
Hollywood movie, like with big cast, the role would have to be right.
So
to
you
play that
are
kind of
willing. You are committed. It just has
Yeah.
to be right.
Has
I
to
don't
be.
know if you guys-
I couldn't play
Yeah.
gay in a like a low budget film. That would just
Right.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
I love that it started out with no way to. All right, for money.
If you watch
Of course.
one of The Rock's big
I'll
first
kiss
movies,
anybody for money.
one of Dwayne Johnson's big first movies is Play It Cool, where he plays like he's like a bouncer /
Yeah.
money collector,
Nerd.
and he plays gay, but he crushes it, So like there is ways of being able to get out of your skin into somebody else's skin if it's done right.
Yeah, it's the sex scenes for me that
Your favorite. I've
Usually
got
what he's
so
watching.
many
That's usually what
videos
he's
of us
watching.
humping each other. I can't believe that would be an issue for you.
I don't know, man. Have you ever seen? There's a film called The D Train. With,
Yes. Yes. It's so rough. Yes. I know exactly what
fucking
you're
rough.
talking about.
What's his name? Jack.
It's not Jack Black. It looks
is.
like Jack Black. No, it's not.
It 100% is.
It's not.
100 It is. It's
Hey,
got.
look
it up.
Look
I've
it
got to
up.
Google it right now.
Google it. The guy,
I'm-
the reason I clicked the movie is because I thought it was Jack Black. And then I watched it. The only famous actor in it was
It is the D Train first cast. Jack Black. It's Jack Black. I swear to God.
that guy's Jack Black.
Yeah.
2015.
So that image of Jack Black getting absolutely like detrained from behind while he's holding
Oh,
on to
yeah.
bedposts. I was like, fucking hell, it was the most graphic thing. I was like, wow. I was like,
It
we
was a
didn't
lot.
see that. It was a lot. It was a
It was
lot.
So what-
it was like the Squeal Like a Piggy movie from when we were kids. It was like that.
It's the graphic parts that you wouldn't be able to do. You wouldn't you can play a character, but
I'd struggle
yeah.
with the intimate parts. Stuff like that's a
Yeah.
bit funny, but like Brokeback Mountain, for instance, that I couldn't do that. No fucking chance.
I think, but you're saying you're going back and forth. I think if Quentin Tarantino shows up and he's like, "This is the character," I mean, if you're really committed, Quentin Tarantino could get you to do whatever.
Hey man,
I kind
if
of
it pays that fuck you money. Everyone's got a price.
That
Everyone's got a
literal
price.
fuck you money.
I'm with you, but I feel the same way about heterosex scenes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just like, I'm like, oh, what's the point of this? Like, it doesn't
Ew.
make sense in a lot of those movies. Like, it just like, like, I'm like, oh my God.
Like I'm watching The Faculty with my son because he loves horror movies. All of a sudden, for no reason, there's a naked chick, and I'm like, cover your eyes, That's how he feels about heterosexual nudity. Yeah.
Yeah, hetero. I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my God, too much.
I honestly is gonna sound weird, but that's one of my goals. My goals. I'd like to play different. I'd like to play a really terrible, mean guy that's like just horrible, does the worst shit possible, and then I'd like to play like Santa Claus. I'd like to play all ranges of weird, one side the other. So one of my goals is actually to see how well I could do something like that. So.
Oh, weird time to come out of the closet. Anyway.
Sorry.
Good for you, Robert. I'm sure I feel a lot of pressure just came off your shoulders.
A lot of my fans are excited.
Just saying that you got to do what you got to do, fella. I think it's so crazy. You guys turning your sport into actual money, where I think you should be paid for the sport. The sport just seems tormenting like nothing else. But most of the sports, like those 1,000-mile races and stuff, like people don't make money off it. It's these soccer, football, hockey, baseball that people really make money off of. It's pretty crazy. I think it's great to show people you don't have to go down this way. You can do other things and still make money. So it's pretty impressive.
Especially with social media now, finally, like the ways to grow into everything.
Yeah.
How did you feel about social media when you first got started? Sorry, Ian. When you first got going, Ed, like, were you uncomfortable with like having, like, not being a normal athlete, like Ian's saying, where like you can show up, you could be a good football player, never use the internet once, and be very happy, still have that fuck you money? How did you feel when you realized that like a big part of where you were going to go financially was what you did online?
Nice question.
Yeah, it was a tough thing, because honestly, like, I have this conversation quite a lot. If we could go back like 20 years and fuck all social media off, I would much prefer that. Like the stress and strain of being on social media and trying to stay relevant, I guess, is horrendous. It's something I'm not a fan of. But I sort of embraced it at the right time. I think as I was coming into my prime, Instagram was just kicking off. Facebook had been around, I don't know, 10 years thereabouts. So Facebook was really, quite big. And then YouTube, they've all been my sort of biggest income, all those three things. So yeah, it was something I had to do. If it was given the choice, I would rather not do it. But I know people that have won the World's Strongest Man and then gone back and worked normal jobs because they didn't capitalize on the fame, on the, their brand and what their body can do for them. So I was one of the lucky ones that sort of hit the right points in my career to capitalize on that.
Yeah.
So you're right about people having to go back and do a day job and dealing with the social media, because I think the gatekeepers, had social media not come along, the chances of you getting into things, it falls less, because the gatekeepers are taken off with social media, so we're able to bring ourselves to the people. So
yeah.
Your
channel, just shout out Eddie's YouTube is hilarious. I get sick of all these fucking videos. Everyone puts out the same fucking video a million times, and especially my friends, right? And it's like, I see these guys all the time.
Robert, I'm right here.
But Ed, I will give Ed the title of most creative videos, most videos that I want to be entertained by. Ed always comes with new ideas. The putting a suit on and following people around acting like security was fucking brilliant. Like, yeah. Eddie is always just coming up with another thing. And I really think, like, if we're just following YouTube game, your YouTube game is top because of that. What are you come up with this stuff? Are you constantly scavenging the internet for ideas, or you like have a notepad by your bed? Like,
the ideas are a hard one. It's a lot of the times you just scrolling the internet and things just pop in your head. Like, I was scrolling the internet one day and I saw some twat driving down the street in a tank, And I was like, no, there's no way a tank is road legal. There's no chance. Anyway, a quick Google and it is. So I was like, fuck, I've got to get a tank for my YouTube channel. So off I went, bought a tank. I've got 2 tanks now, actually.
You drove a girl to a prom in the tank.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
No way.
just stuff like that. Just out there shit, you know, like tank's the most unreal thing. Like, have you ever seen a tank on the road?
On the road, no.
No,
That's what I mean.
no.
So it's just viral content, isn't it? And it's such an easy thing to do. Just buy a tank and get a tank license, and off I went.
Yeah.
But
A
yeah,
really cool shift out of the gym from being like every video is like a series of deadlifts or accessories or some type of body work. Bro, your body gets broken from that. Like my feet and my lower body are so wrecked from trying to create content, like insane.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then you shift into this new realm where you like it's not a big budget movie, but you get to do your own ideas. You get to show your funny side, man. I to me, like I said, it's the top one. It's fucking brilliant. I love your shit. Like
Thanks,
it's
man.
hilarious.
But I think if I'm doing one of these, one of them will turn into a big budget movie. I guarantee you. I guarantee it does. I put money on it, and I would like a little part.
Fuck you, money.
Yeah, the fuck
I'd
you,
like a
man.
little part where I make out with another man.
Yes, boys.
Are you married? Do you have kids?
Yeah, married, 4 kids. Eldest 17, youngest 1.
Yeah, she's
Wow.
one now.
1, yeah. So
Oh, wow.
Just turned 1. So
Would you be happy if they followed your footsteps, or do you push them away from following your footsteps
well,
into the strongman?
3 girls. So the girls,
Strongest woman.
Nah, it's
You think we make no money? You should see what the strong women make.
as harsh as that sounds. Obie's right. It's a career that you've got to do because you love it, and if the girls
Mhm.
decide that they love it, then by all means, I'll support it. My son Maximus, he's just turned 13, and he's been doing the gym 4 times a week for 3 years now, since his 10th birthday, and he is fucking strong. Has he got the want to go and get into strongman? I don't think he has, but that might change. At the minute, I just support him. It's more than anything, the gym for Max is giving him a resolution. He really suffered with ADHD and dyspraxia. And at age 10, he could not read or write. And we agreed, we talked about it for years, and we all said on 10th birthday, he'll come to the gym with me. And on his 10th birthday, he did. And honestly, within 6 months, he could read and write. His temperament was so much better. His
You
ability
see
to
him, he
focus.
looks so good too, man.
Honestly, yeah, it's just incredible. The change in him has been absolutely insane. And I put it down to just expelling that energy and going to the gym before he goes home and plays on his computer and goes to bed all wired. I think just getting that energy out has made him such a better person. So above all else, that's why I keep taking him to the gym with me. It just makes him a better person.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's cool to see too, because like I've known him. I think I met your boy when he was like this big, and seeing him struggle for a little bit, and I care about him. I've got a son, I've got a daughter. You're my friend. I want him to be successful too. And then seeing him, I remember it was like that, like all of a sudden his conversations, he's like fully in it, ready to talk, like whole different person, man. And that's I think a lot of parents out there should see that and think like, there's a ton of options for rambunctious or for kids that are, whether they're slower in school starting or they're just differently focused, so it's awesome. It's really cool. I'm really freaking cheesy stoked for your family, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. No, it's you're right. It's this all these doctors are so quick to put them on pills and see psychiatrists. And honestly, like some of the best medicine out there is just going to the fucking gym and working out.
Who
My
do you
audio
think is
cutting
the
off.
who do you think is the most impressive strongman competitor out there right now?
Who do I think is the most impressive strongman competitor out there right now?
Impressive.
Ooh. Well, I mean, if you're talking about impressive, it's got to be Thor, hasn't it? With that,
Yeah.
that 510 kilo deadlift, like fucking
A comeback too. He took how many years? For him to do that, I did not think it was going to happen. I'll be honest. Yeah. I truly did not. And he proved me wrong. I didn't publicly go out there and say that, but I did feel, you know what that's like, taking time off and then putting back onto a 500 kilo pull. That's insane.
Yeah, it is. No, and fair play to him. And I always give, as much as we don't see eye to eye, I always give Thor his props, or they'll never reciprocate that back to me.
Is it still that way?
It is still that way. Yeah, I can say I can say nice things about Thor. I can genuinely say he's like a phenomenal athlete. Like the stuff he's done is amazing. I will never get any of that back from Thor. I'm dirt on his shoe. He's never said one good thing about me.
We need to get Thor on the show to try and get him to say something nice about
me. Fuck me.
Well, what we'll do is we'll just get him to say different words, and then we'll put it all together and make it sound like he said something nice. Right.
Yeah. Hey, before you gotta go, Ed, I got one last question for you. How?
I have one too.
Okay. This one might ruin the podcast. How when there's, I think it's 8,000 people so far this year that have been arrested for what they say on the internet in England, how have you not gotten in trouble?
Mate, I'm learning from these people and I'm just keeping my mouth shut. It's honestly that people are going to prison for speaking the truth, which is just obscene. So yeah, it's a worrying time in the UK. It really is. Like there's no such thing as freedom of speech.
Oh, really? Really? You should really come across the water.
Oh, fucking hell.
Come across the water, my friend.
At least we're not getting arrested at the moment. Give us another.
It is crazy times right now everywhere, right? So yeah, you've just given the smartest answer ever, though. I'm learning watching other people fail.
Yeah. I see other people go to prison for saying stupid shit, and I'm like, better not follow that pattern. So yeah, you do learn your lessons from other people.
So smart. All right. So the real question comes in: did you see Oasis?
I did not. I mean, try some kind of VIP tickets. Normal tickets. Can you imagine me getting into a crowd in the middle of a car?
A little while ago, and it was fucking awesome. It was awesome. Everybody's head turned towards me when I win, and it was just like basically everybody on me.
Mosh a little bit better though. Like you're there to get,
physical.
And get physical. But Oasis is like a chill band, Imagine going there and just everybody every second, like, come a picture. You're not gonna fucking enjoy that. So
yeah. You're at that point where you have to, if you don't go VIP, you don't go, right? So yeah.
100%. I cannot go out in public places. It's horrendous.
You stand out a little bit.
That's the problem. I've got friends. I mean, there's a friend of mine, Paddy McGuinness. She's like one of the #1 presenters in the UK. And I've walked down the street with Paddy McGuinness and nobody bats an eyelid. And then, but because of me, it's more the size. You're just so noticeable. It's like, bam, they're on you. So yeah, it's got its downfalls for sure, being big.
You're going to be fine as soon as you dump that 65 pounds. Nobody's going to notice you.
I'll blend in. I'm sure.
You're just going to be sitting there, and nobody's going to talk to you anymore. And you're just going to have to eat and get yourself back in the public eye. Hey, we really appreciate you coming on and just spending a little bit of time with us. Big fans, and congratulations on everything. I think it's fantastic what you've done. So good for you. I'm sure that 13-year-old kid just would be blown away with what you've done. So that's really cool.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you for dropping in.
All right. Thanks, Obie. Thank you, mate. Take care, guys.
Does North Dakota have a good hockey team, by the way?
They have a fantastic hockey team.
I gotta check them out.
You check. Yeah, a lot of guys come out of there. So
I like college hockey better than pros. Sorry, we'll continue. I just want to say college hockey I enjoy better than pros for some reason. I also enjoy college football better than pros. And I don't.
You should go to see your. I think you got the Steelhead in Boise.
Yes, we do.
The East Coast hockey. That's some kids that are really working there. It's below the minor. It's second level minors, but there's some great kids in there working just really hard.
Nice. Hey, they message me all the time. I'm gonna go check them out.
Go do it. Yeah. And yeah, get a jersey and wear a jersey, and I look forward to seeing you in a jersey.
Hockey jerseys are the coolest too. So
they're the best. Was he that mellow when you guys were competing?
No. If you would have seen me and Ed Ed's third year was my first year. And as Ed explained, he didn't get to the finals till his fourth or fifth year. I got to the finals my first year and we just clashed. Like Eddie and I are very similar in like how we'll just say how we're feeling. We're very much our hearts on our sleeve type of guys. And when you're in a tent with 30 of the strongest men on the planet, that can rub people the wrong way. And Eddie and I,
that's a lot of testosterone, my friend.
Yes. Eddie and I had a serious rivalry, like tried to fight each other a couple times. There was one time in my head, I was like, I'm gonna let him hit me so I can fucking murder him and not get in trouble. So I literally went up to him and I like hit him with my face. And then I was like trying to get him to hit me so I could just,
That's funny. You're hitting him with your face to make it look like he punched you?
Yes. Because I've been a bouncer. I know the rules. If he touches me, game on, we're good.
Right.
But
when did you guys start becoming friends? Because there is definitely a relationship there.
Yes, he is my buddy. And we started traveling together. We started doing the history show together, and we would spend 3 weeks next to each other in Scotland, then 3 weeks next to each other in London, and then Wisconsin and all these different spots where, once you're forced into being like sharing a space with somebody, you have to stop what I call, strawmanning. Like you're like, oh, this guy, he thinks this because of some stupid thing. And then you're forced to hear them talk in a way that makes you realize like, okay, they're a human, they're normal, they feel this way.
Right.
For Ed, for a lot with me was his wife and his son and his daughter. Ed was a lot like my younger self when I was with Ed. When I was young, I was wild. I was crazy.
I was going to say there's definitely a little bit of same going on back when you're kids, right? So
exactly. And so we just got lucky enough to grow into being friends on the road. And now like there's very few people who understand what this life is like, or like just what a normal day feels like and all that stuff for us. It's like you with comedians, there's very few people who get a conversation where the whole time you're talking shit and it's just your friend making jokes. Like,
right.
There's levels to friendship, and him and I stepped up the ladder, and now like he's one of my best friends. Like I care very much about him, and
I could see your respect for him while you were doing the interview. You guys were, it was good. I felt like I should just shut up and let you guys talk, but I had questions too, so I wanted to get them in there. But I
was just trying to make sure he didn't have to, like, because I'm assuming the people listening have heard him and I say dumb shit forever. I was trying to do my best to get him to say new things, which, by the way, the whole thing about Thor, like he had like 4 or 5 things in there that he's never said before. So right. we did good.
We need to learn about people who got to dig in. And my favorite part was talking about him going to not being able to go to Oasis because of how he stands out. Like people don't think about that. Like I remember we were on a plane once with Jason Momoa, and he stood out, and my wife recognized him from the other side of the airport just by one tattoo. So like those kind of things. Yeah, that's very, very interesting. And by the way, I don't know if did you see the documentary yet on John Candy?
I have not seen it. I'm going
to. Be prepared.
Emotional.
It's way sadder than you think.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like you think it's on, and you're like, oh, so yeah. Be
I had
prepared.
I had a feeling, and I did my best not to dork out on Chris when he was on. Like, I didn't even tell him. Like, the movie is called I Like Me, and it's based off of a speech from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles when he's telling Martin Short, like you're a judgy guy, and maybe you don't like me, but I'm good inside. It's a really sweet speech. That was the speech that was my monologue when I met agents. When I moved to LA, I studied that monologue. I could get myself to just bawl, like, because John Candy's so freaking real, you can feel it, you know? And I didn't want to dork out on Chris that much, but that's like my favorite monologue in all of film.
It's pretty great. My favorite thing from him is when he waves goodbye at the end of Uncle Buck. It's just like that. I'm just like, you want to make me cry? You show me that.
I don't remember when he waved goodbye at the end of Uncle Buck. He's just leaving, getting in the car with his girl.
Yeah, he waves goodbye to the family, and you're just like, oh, he said goodbye to all of us. So,
yeah, that was such a great movie too. Like, and him, John Candy, man, he's legend.
Like, fantastic. Yeah. All right, buddy. I'll see you next week.
I'll see you next week, bud.
If you remember.
I'll be here. I might be like half awake and remembering where we are at the moment, but I'll be here.
I love it.